Hello, everybody. Hope you are having a good Monday, that your week got off to a good start today. We are only opening two things tonight, but they're both pretty awesome. It will be Leaf Best Baseball up first, and then a little Bowman Chrome HTA Jumbo, whatever you prefer to call it, will be up second. As has been the trend lately, we do have a team that's going to be available. We have another wonderful zero feedback bidder who decided not to pay for their team. Imagine that. That's shocking, isn't it? So, if anyone wants it, it's the Atlanta Braves that are going to be available in first up tonight, our Leaf Best of Baseball. I did ask the underbidder on eBay if they wanted it, and they did not. So, that's where it leaves us. If anyone wants that Leaf Best of Baseball, then let's talk about that for a minute. It's Atlanta Braves, and the last bid amount, I think, on it was 90-something, 93, 94, something like that was the unpaid bid amount. So while we're going over our info tonight, that's something you guys can chew on to see if anybody is interested in it. I do need to move it before we break that product, of course. So we're first up, a little note here about feedback, and that's just letting you know my feedback is 100% automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly receive positive feedback in return. And of course, the second message there is to say thanks to everyone for bidding and breaking with me and stopping by to hang out with me and watch the break live and all that. And everybody paid tonight except this one guy, so you guys are awesome, all except for the one guy. Yeah, right? Everybody else, awesome tonight, and thank you for making my life easy, all but the one guy. The one guy, you know who you are. You made my life hard, but everybody else, yay. So what we're looking at right now are upcoming breaks that are already listed on eBay. This is the stuff that's going to be broken over the next few days. It is all already up and listed on eBay. You could bid on it anytime between now and the time it ends. So tomorrow night will be a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets. We'll do Flawless Basketball and Prism Football tomorrow night as well. On Wednesday, it is a new release night. I keep forgetting to put this on here. On the master spreadsheet, I update it every night when I do this, and then I keep forgetting to go back and fix it permanently. But we are starting early on Wednesday night. It's not at 9:15, though. It's going to be at 9:30, I believe. Well, I'm making a mess of that, aren't I? Now it says 9:05. What in the world? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously having a little technical difficulty there. User error, I think they would call that. So Wednesday night, we're going to open a 9-box inner case of Topps Triple Threads Baseball, as well as a half case of Donruss Basketball. Remember, Donruss is reconfigured. They're basically jumbos these days. So that will be a 1,500 card break, and I think you have 3 hits per box, if I remember correctly on that. Might be more, but of course, I'm pretty sure it's 3, but it has the next day autos and that sort of stuff. Thursday night will be a half case of Topps Heritage High Number, and it's the last of the Heritage High Number. On Friday, we'll open Gold Rush Gem Mint Series 2 football again. There are 12 packs in that. In this case, the 12 packs make a box, and then the box makes a case. So you can call it a box, you can call it a case. The important part is it's 12 packs. We also will open on Friday night a 3-box case of Leaf autographed full-size football helmets, more Triple Threads baseball, and more Donruss basketball. On Saturday, we'll open a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys, more Bowman Chrome HTA, and we're going to travel back in time a little bit and open another case of 2017-18 Chronicles basketball, which was a lot of fun earlier in the year. On Sunday, we're going to start at 9:15. Sunday is the 11th, but we're going to start at 9:15, and here's what it'll look like. It'll be a half case of Gold Rush Series 2 autographed basketball jerseys. That's the back half of the case that we started before. And then we're going to open a full case of Donruss basketball. But when we open the full case on Sunday night, Veteran Base doesn't ship in that one, okay? So you'll get Of course, autographs, relics, numbered cards, short prints, parallels, inserts, anything with the RC rookie card designation on it will go to the teams as normal. Veteran base will not ship in the full case break. It has its own bidding spot. It does in the half case breaks that you saw earlier in the week, but it won't in the full case break. So then this brings us up to tonight. First up tonight is going to be our Leaf Best of Baseball. Following immediately behind that will be the Bowman Chrome HTA. So here's the other thing that you need to know. Consolation cards. If you're in one of these two breaks tonight and your team is not pulled, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year and any series. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. Typically what happens is this. If you're in the free shipping break, which is Leaf Best of Baseball, and you're due one of those consolation cards, normally I'm just going to hang on to it because it is a free shipping break, and then I would send it out to you the next time that you do hit an item or a card. The next time you have a package going, I'd gather up all of those consolation cards you might be entitled to and ship them out to you all at once. If you don't want to wait for that, you want it sent separately, just dropped in a plain white envelope with a stamp, then that's no problem. You just let me know. We'll get that taken care of. Our paid shipping break tonight, of course, is Bowman Chrome HTA. If you should happen to get skunked in the HTA break, any consolation cards you are due would ship out with the rest of the break since it is a paid shipping break. Now, we're going to be opening 10 boxes of 2018 Leaf Best of Baseball. This is break number 3. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, which is Monday night, the 5th of November. You'll notice the Atlanta Braves are unpaid. That's the team I was talking about earlier. So the last bid amount on that was 90-something, $93, $94, something like that. And of course, that zero feedback bidder did not pay their bill, and the underbidder is not interested. So that means we have the Atlanta Braves open for business, so to speak. So if anyone is interested in the Braves, I'm going to look down through chat here in a moment and see if anybody has typed in anything. Hopefully somebody has, so that we don't have to sit here too long trying to find a home for the Braves. And last but not least, I did just take autofocus off. I set the focus manually. It does make the background go out of focus a little bit, so don't adjust your eyes. That was me. Now, who do we have in chat tonight? Jay Allen is here. Scott is here. Minnesota Scenes is here. Greg's here. Hey, Greg. Martin is here. And Timothy, you guys are asking about the price on that. Well, as I said, the last bid amount was 90-something, 93, 94. Obviously, that person didn't pay. So we're looking at, somewhere in that general vicinity. So somebody let me know if you don't want to take care of that bid amount, then let me know what you do want to pay. And if we're close enough, then we'll make a deal on it. So let's just see where things end up here. Of course, once again, compliments of our wonderful zero feedback bidders who lately especially seem to love to bid and not pay. It's awesome. Scott, you're asking me what I thought about Rick on The Walking Dead. Well, I think they copped out a little bit in that he's not really dead. So, yeah, I actually thought he was going to be dead, right? Didn't we all? We knew he was leaving the show. So, yeah, he's not really dead. That's kind of crazy. All right, guys, so John is offering $75 for the Braves. Is there anybody else who is interested in the Braves other than John at $75? I just love these zero feedback bidders that cost me so much money every night and every week. It is so fantastic. They are attracted to me like a magnet. I can't even explain it. But if you can find a person with no feedback and no intention of paying, or even a person with lots of feedback with no intention of paying, they just zoom right in on my auction somehow. I don't know what it is. I think there's some kind of cosmic force that just pulls them right over to me. So Tannen says 78. John says 85. Is anybody going to outbid 85 there? If not, then we're gonna let it roll with John. This is for Leaf Best of Baseball, Icasa. It is for the Atlanta Braves. Our wonderful bidder did not pay for it, so we are in the process of getting that sold right now. And it looks like Tannen says that John can have it at 85. John, if I type in my email address, are you good with sending it over that way? Or do you need me to invoice you? You let me know which works for you, and we'll get on about that. Well, Scotty's definitely alive. They showed it at the end of the show. Did you... I mean, they showed him, right? You saw that, right? Did you hang out there and watch till like after the little interlude, and then they showed like another 3 or 4 minutes there at the end? So yeah, he's definitely there. All right, John, I'm going to type in then my PayPal address for you, and I know you guys are all going to laugh at it. I've had it for, I don't even know how long, probably 30 years. It's been a long time. It's my very original email address, crazy. And I just never wanted to get rid of it because for a long time, that's what everybody had. And then after things started switching to Gmail and I set up other Gmail addresses and whatever, I was like, oh man, all my PayPal and everything's hooked to that. I'm just going to let it ride. So I did. Meanwhile, let me update our spreadsheet here to reflect that John is picking up. Oh, I'm sorry, Timothy. Sorry, we messed that up for you. I kind of thought everybody had, because it was like everywhere that he was leaving the show and all that. So sorry about that, Timothy, if we messed that up for you. They had announced several months ago that Andrew Lincoln was leaving the show, so I didn't think we were messing that up for you, man. I apologize. So let me type in here where this is going on for Second Chance. And then we're just going to make sure that John is all set. Meanwhile, I'm going to go in and officially cancel the order for the person who did not pay us. So give me a second to get that done, please. And then hopefully we'll all be on the same page and ready to go on from there. Scott, I don't know why they announced way in advance that he was leaving the show. I mean, I don't know why they announced it so far ahead. I mean, I guess they just figured everybody was going to find out anyway. I mean, I don't know. The actor's done some interviews and said it's because he wanted to spend more time with his family and, all that sort of thing. So that's kind of the deal with that. So I don't know. They've gotten any more to where they always announce things way ahead of time. Or at least, when it's like a major character leaving a show, it seems like we always know pretty far in advance. So, John, if you can just let me know when we are squared away here that you've got that sent in and everything, I will be ready to roll right onward and upward. So as soon as you've got it going, all right, my friend, then it looks like we are going to be good to go here with some Leaf Best of Baseball. And John, thank you for picking that up. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys when you step in and you take care of business when we get some of these folks who are not so responsible like you guys and gals are. So I do always appreciate your all's willingness to come in and kind of mop up some of the messes that these people leave. So thank you for picking that up, John. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean for sure. If you guys, when you watch it together and you're on different schedules, yeah, I mean, we've definitely had that sort of thing going on before, too. And I'll have to admit, though, there have been times, not with The Walking Dead, but with other shows, sometimes don't you just cheat like a little bit and watch a little bit and then just act like you didn't? Am I the only one that's ever done that? I don't know. I might be the only one that's ever done that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it is a drag when you have to wait because it's like, oh, I want to watch, it's like you want to watch it so badly. And of course, I probably wouldn't have watched it by now either, actually, except for the fact that Scott came in last night and said, oh, it's done, it's looking grim, he's dead, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, no, man, I have not watched it yet. I'm like, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was this week. So then I had to hustle up today, of course, and watch it real fast. And then, of course, it was all over the news, and I was trying to avoid all the articles and the whatever. And then here, if I didn't just blow that for you, Timothy. So I'm sorry about that, man. So Scott got me last night, and I got you tonight. So I guess that'll teach me, won't it? That will definitely teach me to say anything about that now, won't it? I would assume so. John, I did not ask you to do this, but I'm hoping that you did. Did you put in the notes anything about what you were paying for there? And actually, let's see here. And actually, I'm not seeing it on my side yet, John. Does it show that it went through on your side? Because it does not show through. It's not showing that it went through on my side. So would you mind just double checking that for me, if you don't mind? Because I am, sometimes they're late having stuff show up on my side. But for right now, it's still not showing up in my PayPal. So I don't know if there was I don't know if it's just a thing with PayPal having a delay, or if maybe there was a typo in the email that I typed in or that you typed in. But if you wouldn't mind checking on that for me, John, I would certainly appreciate it. I'm trying to scroll back up to see if I typoed it. And it looks like I typed it in okay, so I don't know why it's not popping in there on my side. But if you wouldn't mind just checking in on it, I would appreciate it. Meanwhile, while we are waiting on that, I'm going to continue on with cutting our seals. So when it is time to go, we'll be able to rock right on. And thank you all for your patience. I'm sorry for the delay. That's the part I hate the most about these people who bid and don't pay, is that then it really just jams things up when we're trying to get the break started and we've got to wait and try to resell it, and it's always such a mess and kind of ruins the flow of our break. That's always the part I hate the most. So I do appreciate your patience while we sort through this. Bryant, I see you're asking about the Bowman Chrome. It is, yes, it is right after we do Leaf Best of Baseball, which we'll be doing here in a moment. I'm just waiting for John to check back in here and let me know what's going on with PayPal, and see if we can't figure out what's happening over there with that. No, it should not be 45 minutes. I mean, this won't take 5 or 6 minutes to go through. My problem right now is, of course, that we're trying to get rid of the spot that someone bid on and didn't pay for in Leaf Best of Baseball. So that is, of course, the holdup here. For those of you who joined after the fact, that's all we're waiting on right now. So I would say once we can get in that's like a 5-minute break. So right now I'm just waiting on for John. If he's still on here, he can come back and maybe let me know what's going on there with the payment, because I know he said that he had paid it, but it did not show up on my side. So I don't know if maybe he made a typo, it went to the wrong PayPal address, or kind of what's going on there. So I'm just waiting on John to reply and let me know for that. Or on the other side, Tannen, I could throw it back to you, I guess, if John has wandered off and left us or something. William, the spot is for the Atlanta Braves in Leaf Best of Baseball. That bidder did not make a payment, and I thought that we were all set and ready to go. So John, you are here. Okay, so can you check on that, man? It's not showing up in my PayPal. So could you let me know, just double check it. Maybe, I don't know if there was a typo in the email address or something. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, John, where we are with that, because it's not, for whatever reason, it's not showing up on my side. William, it was at $94 was the last bid amount, but then it went through chat here to John at $85, but for whatever reason, the payment's not coming through. We're just trying to find out what's going on with that. And once we have that resolved, then we'll be able to open this and move on down the line here, so to speak. So yeah, I think it must have been a typo or something then. Because, you know, it's definitely, I guess I'm assuming John must have the volume down. Because it is not, he must not have heard us asking about it here for the last few minutes, but someone was kind enough to type it in, so I guess he's seeing it that way. So now I'm typing in, and you see I can't type and talk at the same time. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I know. That's awful. I can multitask and do a lot of things, but I can't do that, which is just terrible. Just terrible. Well, Bryant was saying that there might be a hold. Well, even if there was a hold on it, though, Bryant, usually it'll show and it'll just say, you know, that it's pending or something like that. If you log into actual PayPal, it'll usually show something like that. Oh, it's a typo. Okay, gotcha. Cool. All righty, kids. Thank you, Greg and Tannen and Jay Allen. You guys are all helping me out, getting that sorted out for us there. I appreciate you all helping me work my way through these. Unfortunately, we all know how this works. Latchman, you know, it's difficult to screen out these non-payers because a lot of them, they do just exactly what this person did. You know, they're a zero feedback bidder. So they create these accounts and they go through and do this sort of stuff. And sometimes people won't cancel their orders or resell their teams because, you know, I've done that in the past and subsequently been stuck with hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. In fact, one guy just last week or week before last begged and pleaded with me. Oh, I promise you, I'm going to pay you. I'm just at work. Please, please hold my teams, hold my teams. So of course I did. And then he stiffed me for $200. And I mean, that's what these guys do, right? So they go through and they make bids. And if they get lucky and somebody lets their bid ride, then they watch the bid, they watch the break. If they got something that covers their bid, then, you know, they pay for it. And if they don't get something that covers their bid, then guess what? They don't pay for it. So for them, it's just like a game. They just create unlimited numbers of accounts and all that sort of stuff. All right, so John says we are all good to go, so let's rock and roll. Thank you so much, John. Once again, I appreciate you. Thank you for everyone who facilitated getting that taken care of. You guys all rock. And of course, thank everyone for being nice and patient while we were getting that done. So now we just have to get some mojo going, right? We have to make it worth your while for waiting on this. So there's a couple things you need to know here about Leaf Best of Baseball. One of them is that there is actually a Leaf card in it. That's not the main attraction. We really, honestly, we don't care a whole lot about the Leaf cards, but not these particular ones anyway, because they're not autographed or numbered or anything. We care more about the buyback cards, but there are Leaf cards in here. There's one Leaf Best of Baseball, you know, produced card in each one of these boxes. So, of course, they're not going to have the team names on them because Leaf isn't licensed to do that. So it will go to the current team of anybody who is an active player. If it's a retired player, if we can look at it and tell what team it's from by the uniform, then it will, of course, go to that team. If we look at it and we can't tell what team it should go to by way of the uniform, then it would go to the team that they played for the longest. So that's kind of how that's going to work. And, yeah, so let's see what we can get going here. All right, so let's look at actually, let's just grab let's grab all these little Leaf cards first and get them in a stack and sort of out of our way here. And I shouldn't say out of our way. They're still they're still sort of hits too. They're just, whoops, that one's stuck to the back of something. They're just different, that's all. All right, so Cal Ripken Jr. there, of course, we know that's going to go to the Orioles. This guy, we've had Alexander Cartwright before. We end up having to give him out using random because, you know, he's some kind of, I don't know, guy who helped invent baseball. We looked him up. He never played for anybody, any team that's currently affiliated with MLB, so he'll go out by way of random. Jose Canseco, obviously in an A's uniform, which is what we would think of him being anyway. That is Ken Griffey Jr. That is clearly Mariners and not Reds on that uniform, so that goes to Seattle. There is Nolan Ryan. You see those little stripes there on the sleeve? That would tell me that that is Nolan Ryan in an Astros uniform, so that's where that one will head. Jesus Sanchez is Tampa Bay Rays, I do believe. He is a prospect. I will double check that. I'm pretty sure he's Tampa Bay Rays. Shohei Ohtani, of course, is the Angels. And Greg Maddux, of course, the Braves. Ronald Acuna is the Braves. Estevan Florial is the Yankees. Okay, so that's where the Leaf cards go, except for that one, which we'll give out shortly. By way of random. Now let's take a look at our hits. We have a 1969 Topps Reggie Jackson for the A's. Wow. It grades a 5, and this is from Beckett. And, you know, I mean, you look at that and you think, wow, it's graded a 5. Well, that's, you know, not great. For these older cards, guys, that is pretty darn good. So you don't find, you know, if you found that in a pristine 10, go ahead and buy yourself a new car with it, right? So, I mean, a 5 on the Reggie Jackson 1969 Topps for the A's is okay by me. 1965 National League Rookie Stars. So we've got 3 different teams on here, guys. We've got Tony Perez for the Reds, Kevin Collins for the Mets, and Dave Ricketts for the Cardinals. This is graded to a 7, but you do know that because we have 3 different teams on there, we're going to have to do a little housekeeping with it. So we're going to set it up there and we will come back to it. Ken Griffey Jr., baby, and he's in a Reds uniform. Oh, I do like that. So you've got a cut signature inserted in there. Looks like a piece of uniform as well. That is numbered to 690, and this is out of Upper Deck originally. So a nice little Ken Griffey Jr. autograph hit there for the Cincinnati Reds. Next up, Willie Mays and the Giants, a 1964 Topps Willie Mays, graded to 6 for the Giants. Al Kaline comes in from a 1955 Topps, graded to 5 for the Detroit Tigers. So that also is a pretty cool hit in my estimation. I love pulling these older cards from the 50s and the 60s. I think that's pretty solid. I like it. Next up, we have Big Papi from a 1997 Fleer. Wow. And is a Gem Mint 10. And, you know, it's got his original name on it, David Arias. I shouldn't say his original name, but what he went by before he was David Ortiz, much like, you know, Giancarlo Stanton used to go by Mike and Michael Stanton. And this, of course, is for the Minnesota Twins. And that is a pretty cool little hit right there for the Twins with a Big Papi rookie. Gem Mint 10, no less. Oh, Braves, look at that. The mojo took care of you for stepping in there and buying that team. You have been rewarded. Numbered to 49 out of Elite Extra Edition Future Threads, Ronald Acuna for the Atlanta Braves. So fortune smiled upon you. And fortune is smiling upon the Chicago Cubs with a Chris Bryant first Bowman autograph out of 2014 Bowman Chrome Prospects. That's a 9.5 graded card with a 10 autograph grade. And so far, I'm a little bit loving this case. We have really pulled some nice things out of here. I'm digging this case. Cody Bellinger comes out for the Dodgers. Rookie hit out of Bowman Chrome, which would, of course, been last year's Bowman Chrome. And last but not least, we have, out of 2010 Topps, a framed relic Mickey Mantle, numbered to 9.5. Part of the warm-up jacket. Like, how cool is that? Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, that is really cool. Yeah, that is really cool. I don't know Piedmont. I'm not familiar that much with Piedmont, but I do know Mickey Mantle, and I do know that warm-up jacket relic from Mickey Mantle is good. That's Piedmont or not. That is a good hit. So we'll recap that in a minute, but before we do that, we've got this to work with. And again, it has 3 teams on it. So we're looking at the Reds, the Mets, and the Cardinals on here. So first thing we're going to do is go back to our spreadsheet for a second, and we're going to take a look and find out if anybody has 2 of the 3 teams, because if someone does own 2 of the 3 teams, they would take that outright by owning 51% or more. So the Reds, that's Tannen Weiss or Vice, probably Tannen Weiss, I'm guessing. And the Mets is JTS Sports 23. Our St. Louis Cardinals is Lena Legend. So we do have 3 different team owners there. So that means we are going to head over here to random.org to give this little baby away. And here's how I'm going to enter it. Cards go in either top to bottom or left to right. This kind of has a little bit of both. The Reds are up there on the top all by themselves, so they're going to get typed in first. Then we have in the lower left the Mets, and the lower right is the Cardinals. I will hit random 3 different times, and the first 2 times don't count. It's only our 3rd and final random that will determine where this card's going to go. So good luck to the Cardinals and the Mets and the Reds, and here we go. You can ignore the first one. Please ignore the second one. Here comes the 3rd and final. There you see 3 times our date and time stamp, and that one is going to the Mets. So that is this 1965 Rookie Stars graded to 7 is actually going to head off to the Mets. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in this bag. You know why? Because that way I can just circle right on there and say that it's the Mets and all that kind of stuff. And then I don't have to go back and watch this later. So see, how about that? Keeping it all nice and handy so we can keep things moving along when it's time to ship. Now we've got Alexander Cartwright. And Alexander needs to be given out by way of random. So here's how that's going to happen. We're going to take, just copy all of our teams here right from the spreadsheet, if I can manage to accomplish that, that is. And we're going to roll right back to random.org, and I'm going to paste them all in here. This time, because we have more than 10 items in our list, I'm only going to hit random 1 single time. Whatever team comes out on the top is going to take home Alexander Cartwright. So you can see all 30 teams were copied and pasted in there, and here we rock and roll. It's going to the Texas Rangers. And similarly, I'm going to drop this into something I can write on as well, so they don't have to go look that one up either. Yeah, how about that? Well, you know what? I hear what you're saying there, Jay Allen. It is definitely, of course, the Tony Perez was definitely the notable player on that card. But, you know, I mean, that's the way we have the rules written. So we can't change them up here in midstream. So random is always the way we're going to go unless we have a situation where obviously someone were to own 51% or more. So to recap, the Alexander Cartwright is given to the Rangers. These are just the Leaf cards that were extras, if you will. Florial goes to the Yankees. Acuna for the Braves. Greg Maddux for the Braves. Ohtani For the Angels, Jesus Sanchez. For the Rays, Nolan Ryan. For the Astros, Ken Griffey Jr. is a Mariner right there. Jose Canseco is an A. Cal Ripken Jr., an Oriole. That's all the Leaf cards themselves. Then the Mets ended up with this handsome card by way of random.org. We had a nice Future Threads Acuna numbered to 49 for the Braves with an autograph and relic kit. So that is good karma taking care of John for being kind enough to come in and pick up that team. So we appreciate that. 1997 Fleer, there's a Big Poppy, David Ortiz. That is a Gem Mint 10 for the Minnesota Twins. Al Kaline came out 1955 Topps, graded to 5 for the Detroit Tigers. Then we have a Bowman Chrome Cody Bellinger rookie card for the Dodgers. That, of course, autographed and would have been from last year, 2016. For the Giants, a Willie Mays, 1964 Topps, Willie Mays, graded to 6. This, I'm kind of loving this a little bit. I think this was even in the marketing materials. And it is Chris Bryant, 2014 Bowman Chrome Prospects, first Bowman, 9.5 Gem Mint on the card, 10 on the autograph, and that is quite a nice hit for the Cubs. My Cincinnati Reds did not go home empty-handed. It is Ken Griffey Jr. with a cut signature autograph and relic there for the Cincinnati Reds on an upper deck card. The Oakland A's and Reggie Jackson from 1969 Topps. That is Beckett graded and graded to a 5 with Beckett vintage grading. And then last but not least, we have a mini framed relic Mickey Mantle. And it's from Piedmont Cards, which I'm not super familiar with, but I do know if you've got the Yankees, you probably like having a Mickey Mantle relic. And this one is coming your way, numbered, or rather graded to 9.5. So that is, you know what, just pretty flippin' cool from what I'm saying. Oh, actually, you know what? It says Piedmont on it, but it's not Piedmont. It says there on the back, 2010 Topps T206 baseball. So it is from Topps. I don't know why it also says Piedmont. I don't remember any Topps stuff ever saying Piedmont, but anyway, there you go. It is a Mickey Mantle relic. It is for the Yankees, and a nice hit indeed. So that has Leaf Best of Baseball all finished up, and we are headed now into our HTA. Thank you all the HTA people for your patience. I know that took us a little longer to get here than normal because we had a team to sell. So thank you for hanging out and waiting on us to get to you. So this is going to bring us into a 12-box case of 2018 Bowman Chrome Baseball. It's the HTA/Jumbo, all hits, no base. And, of course, if you didn't see this earlier, I am projecting a Monday shipping date for Leaf Best of Baseball. That's simply because all the free shipping stuff I always project out about a week after the break, and often get it out earlier than that, but you can plan on a week and be pleasantly surprised if it goes earlier. On the Bowman Chrome, I'm projecting it to get out the door on Saturday. As always, if I can get ahead of the game and get it out to you sooner than that, I absolutely will. And, of course, the consolation card info is all up here at the top, and it is also in the listing description. If you have any questions about that, just hit me up in chat now or hit me up in eBay messages later. So this is a 12-box case of 2018 Bowman Chrome Baseball. This is the HTA/Jumbo, and this is going to be break number 9. It's actually the first of the HTA that we've done, but it is the 9th break overall of 2018 Bowman Chrome, so that's why it says number 9 on there. And, of course, the format that you're all have grown to know and love, which is team names on the left, your name up in lights as the winning bidder on the right-hand side. Yeah, Greg, you said Leaf made some poor choices. I just now looked over and saw that. What poor choices did they make? I actually kind of liked that case, Greg. You didn't like it? I kind of did. I thought there was some really, not kind of, I really liked that case. I thought we had several very nice hits in there. So, Oh, Jay Allen says that the T206 from Topps, that the border of that is a replica of the Piedmont cigarette cards. Okay. I don't remember ever seeing that before, Jay Allen. I don't know why I've never seen that before, but I don't remember ever seeing that before. So the first time it went through, I'm like, Piedmont? I don't know what that is. The second time, of course, you know what happened. I saw the Topps information on the back and then kind of realized what we had going on a little more so than I did originally. But that one did catch me a little bit off guard. So in this, we're going to find 3 autographed cards per box. There is no base. It's my favorite kind of product. It is all hits. It'll be super easy to break and sort and ship and everything. In fact, if you didn't have breaks ahead of you, I'd be able to get it out really fast. But I do ship things out in order, many of you know. So we do have a few things ahead of you that will be heading out the door first, and then when we do get to this, it'll be pretty easy to get on the road. Jay Allen, you need some Cincinnati Reds in here, huh? Okay, well, we'll see if we can't dig up some Big Red machine for you. You know I love my little Cincinnati Reds, my poor little cellar-dwelling Cincinnati Reds, but I love them anyway. So, I don't know if anyone was watching the Titans game earlier tonight, Cowboys-Titans, but was that just some crazy stuff in the beginning? Like, how were the Titans even ahead the last time I looked? They fumbled the ball like 2 or 3 times in the first quarter alone. I mean, they were playing terribly, yet somehow they're ahead. I don't even know, or they were the last time I looked. Like, I don't even know how that happened, But anyway, it did. And Amari Cooper has scored his first touchdown now officially as a Dallas Cowboy. So he's hopefully going to get things turned around. Of course, he had a couple of really good years in Oakland. And then last year, not really as much. But I think that he'll be a welcome addition to the Cowboys offense. They need another weapon, and Amari Cooper I think he's a good fit there. I mean, he adds another dimension to their offense. He's fast. He's a good route runner. I think he fits a missing piece there. So hopefully that'll be the first of many touchdowns for him. Not that I'm necessarily a Cowboys fan. Not that I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm kind of neutral about the Cowboys. But I do happen to be an Amari Cooper fan. I like the kid. I think he's good. And they weren't utilizing him very well in Oakland recently. So I'm kind of glad to see him get out and get a chance to show what he can do. Martin, you said you need 13 teams to hit. I know you had a lot in here, man. I hadn't counted them. I didn't know it was exactly 13, but I knew you had a lot. So, of course, you know, we've got, 36 autographs we'll be pulling out of here. So you've got a good shot at getting quite a chunk. Raul, you said you need a Urias gold or green, and you'll be happy. All right, well, let's see if we can't come up with that for you. Jay Allen says that Martin can have 13, but he wants all the rest. Hey, I think some of these other people might argue with you, too, about that. I think some of these other guys would like to have a few of their teams hit, too, just by the way. All right, so now all of our packs are out. These should be in little plastic boxes. That's how it's been ever since they changed the format of Bowman Chrome HTA. They did that, 2016? Is that right? I think it's 2016. When we went to an all hits format with Bowman Chrome. Yeah, K. Matlock, that was crazy. You hit those 2 twins, both of them 1 of 1s out of 5-star the other night. I mean, that was incredible. Yeah, that's actually on the... I think I shipped that already, didn't I? I think that's already on the way to you. I think I got 5-star out. I don't know. I got so much stuff. I got so much stuff out of here lately. I don't even know coming or going. Oh, Jay Allen, I know you guys were kidding. Of course I know you were kidding. But of course, you know, I'm the same way. You know what? When I'm in somebody's break, I want all the hits. Like, yeah, I want all 36. Of course we do. It's human nature. You always want the most you can get for your money. Oh, you're going to get it tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, you know, I tried to sign up for that, I forget what they call it. But the thing with the post office where you can preview your mail ahead of time, like it shows you what's going to be delivered the next day. And it wouldn't let me sign up because it said I had a business address. So it won't let me preview my mail. But for everybody else, yeah, I think if you guys are signed up for that, it shows you, at least first class wise, exactly what's going to be delivered to you the following day. Which is pretty cool. All right, first out is a first Bowman for the Angels, and that is Jamie Barria, one of the two. And, of course, I know if you've got the Angels, the first thing you're thinking is, why isn't that Shohei Ohtani? But at least it bodes well that you're not going to get blanked, right? It means you're off to a good start. And there is something strange happening outside. Like, I don't know what that was. I don't know if somebody having a car wreck out there or what. But there are some seriously interesting sounds out front right now. And this is Chang for the Cleveland Indians. It's first Bowman. And that would be in numbered to 499. It's a refractor. And I don't, honestly, guys, I don't know if he is, I don't know his nationality, but his handwriting would be done in his native language anyway. So, Scott, all the Flawless Basketball went out today. Did you not get a shipping notice on it, man? I thought you should have. This is Dietz. First Bowman purple for the Baltimore Orioles to 250. Yeah, Jay Allen says it's the woodpecker. It's definitely not the woodpecker. That was a really weird sound I just heard. Can't even hardly describe it. I don't know what it was. It's real strange. So yeah, Scott, did you not get the shipping notification on it today or last night? I think I actually printed the labels for that like in the middle of the night. So you probably got a notification in the middle of the night. This is Travis Lakin's first Bowman for the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, I stayed up until, I don't know, like 2:30 or something, working on stuff because obviously you guys know I didn't get much done over the weekend with people in town. So I was trying to make up a little ground. Aramis Ademan, that is a first Bowman for the Cubbies. So, of course, it was picked up at the regular time today, but it was, the label was printed and all that kind of in the wee hours of the morning. And Tony Flores, that is a green atomic refractor to 99 for the Boston Red Sox. Yes, Scott, we do have a big game tomorrow night. And you know what? I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I do know what I was thinking. I was thinking we played the first game, and really we played the second game. And so we won't even start until about 10 o'clock, which is what time the break starts tomorrow night. And I'm doing Prism, so it will be a long break, which means I will miss virtually the entire game. So, which kind of, I don't know, could be a good thing if we lose, will be a bad thing if we win. But anyway, UK Duke tomorrow night. Medina, that is a first Bowman for the Yankees. I see a little gold shining upon us here. That is, of course, numbered to 50. It's Jose Albertos for the Cubbies, Chicago Cubs, to 50. A redemption. Ooh, you know what happens there. Oh, yes, I hold you in suspense because I am mean that way, right? Scott, you said, are we going to lose? Oh, I don't know if we're going to lose or not tomorrow night. I have no idea. It's so early in the season. I mean, who knows what we're going to do, or Duke, either one, frankly. It is very, very early in the season. So I don't really have a good feel for whether we'll win or they will win. This is Dietz' first Bowman again for the Orioles. I think a lot of it will depend on which one of the teams show up, because, you know, we haven't looked real good in the exhibition games, but we looked awesome in the Bahamas. So if we get the Bahamas team, we'll probably win. If we get the exhibition team like we've been the last couple of games, I don't know. The Indians, Tyler Freeman coming out. Raul says, you feel like a big one's coming? Well, you're not too far off of that, because here's a first Bowman Gold Shimmer with Michael Baez for the Padres. And that is also numbered to 50. It is number 27 of 50, to be specific. Always like seeing those gold edges. Of course, we like to see the red ones to 10, and we also like to see our orange ones to 25. So, yeah, Jay Allen says you like the way they package these. I just like the fact that they're all hits. I don't care how they did them. I don't care if they put them in top loaders, if they put them in those little plastic boxes. If they just had them in regular packs, that part doesn't bother me. I just am thrilled that there's not 40 million base cards to sort after the fact. Gregory Soto, first Bowman for the Detroit Tigers. Because goodness knows we have had a lot of products lately with a lot of base cards attached to them. Here is your Cincinnati Red that you asked for, Jay Allen. As a matter of fact, there is Gavin LaValle headed your way. That is a refractor, so it should be to 499. And we see there on the back that it is for the Cincinnati Reds. In Panini language, that is called Mojo, this pattern. I don't know what Topps calls this pattern because I can't remember what they call it. But anyway, there it is. It is Axel Badu. It's numbered to 150. It is a first Bowman blue parallel with the pattern name that I am unsure of what they call it in Topps. I always want to call it Mojo because that's what it is in Panini. Which actually, Martin says they call it Mojo in Topps too. See, there you go. Some things they have different, some things they have the same. I usually just have one or the other stuck in my head, and I tend to call them all that, whether it's right or wrong. Which drives the Panini people crazy when I'm doing Prism, because instead of calling them prisms, I call them refractors. And that just makes a lot of people crazy, but I don't know, it's the habits we get into, right? This is the Blue Jays with Riley Adams. Then we have a nice one coming out for the Dodgers. Carlos Rincon, first Bowman. I think that's going to be a good one for the Dodgers long term. And, oh, what have we here? The Nationals with Cole Freeman. That is first Bowman, green atomic refractor to 99 for the Nats. So, oh, Raul, one of those was your hit? Good. I'm glad to know that we've gotten the mojo working for you. There's another redemption. So we've got a pair of redemptions now hanging out there that waiting to be flipped over at the end of the break. Astros. There's a nice hit for you with Yordan Alvarez, first Bowman. So if you've got Houston, that should make you quite happy. Boston Red Sox, this is Daniel Gonzalez, first Bowman green parallel to 99. I'm going to move that stack. We'll start a new stack of hits with what comes out of these little cases. See what we can get going on here with these. We have an A. Logan Shore hits for the Oakland A's. Might be the first A's that we've had tonight, as a matter of fact. It isn't the first Baltimore Oriole that we've had. You're adding to your stash if you've got the Orioles. This is a first Bowman Jake Ring. Colorado Rockies, Willie Abreu, first Bowman. That is an atomic refractor, and it is numbered to 100 for the Rockies. Have we got another redemption? Yes, we do. Wow, we are piling up some redemptions, aren't we? And it's weird because in some products, when they give you a redemption, they will give you also an extra hit. And in other products, you do not get the extra hit. You can guess which one I like the best. That's right, the one where we get the extra hit. So we have here the Minnesota Twins, Graterol. It is a first Bowman blue parallel to 150. Kansas City. Oh, there's our nice little orange parallel to 25, and it's got an inscription. And it's Nicky Lopez, which is one of your pretty good young little prospects there. So Kansas City Royals with the nice inscribed hit there for our first orange to make an appearance tonight. You've got the O's and the Padres tonight. Well, Raul, you're doing quite well then. Because you've gotten the Orioles, I think, have hit like maybe 2 or 3 times already, right? And then you've got the Padres as well. So you're kind of cranking it out there. And you're having a good feeling about the redemptions. Maybe and there's another one still yet. Wow, we have 4 redemptions now. They better be worth it when we flip them. Chase Pender, first Bowman St. Louis Cardinals. Behind that, we have a blue Mojo, got ahead of myself, to 150 for the New York Yankees, Trevor Stephen. And right now, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 redemptions that we're waiting to flip over here shortly. That's an unusually high number of redemptions out of one case. But the good thing about it is Topps is usually pretty quick about getting them back to you. So unlike Panini, you don't typically have to wait very long. This is Enyo De Los Santos, first Bowman for the Philadelphia Phillies, who are getting in on the action. I see another redemption. Holy mackerel. Now we've got 5 of them. Isn't that crazy? Charcer Burks, first Bowman for the Chicago Cubbies. Blank paper, piece of foam. 5 redemptions now. My goodness. Maybe we can get through this last little group without adding to our tally, because that's crazy right there. The Tigers have Franklin Perez coming out, and I see another Tigers logo, so Detroit's going to have back-to-back hits in here. Gregory Soto, first Bowman, refractor to 499. And last out for our live cards is the Blue Jays, Riley Adams to 250 in a purple parallel. But don't give up yet. If we haven't hit what you want, don't give up yet. We've got 5 redemptions left to flip. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to flip these redemptions, check them out. We're probably going to know the teams for everyone, but you know what? We also go to the Topps website, and we will verify their teams there on the checklist redemption page. So that's just kind of how we roll, even when we know them, even when they're obvious, even when they're Shohei Ohtani, we still go to the checklist and verify them. So that'll be what happens next. Ned, you're saying your fingers are crossed that one of the redemptions is a Gleyber Torres red. Craig's saying, well, he didn't have very good luck with Mariners, so he's, I'm sure, hoping that we've got a Mariner coming out in here now. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. First up is Nick Allen. I don't actually remember where Nick Allen goes. That's how I really would have to look that one up anyway. I don't remember Nick Allen for whatever reason. And here's Jonathan You know I can't say his name. Loisia. Yeah, Jonathan. And that is a refractor parallel, so it'll be to 499. The Nick Allen, I don't think, is going to be numbered. Micker Adolfo, who every single time we pull and every single time I forget where he plays, maybe the White Sox, but we'll have to look him up. Shohei Ohtani, it is, baby. Ba-boom. Angels coming through. 2018 Bowman Sterling continuity autograph for Shohei Ohtani. Oh, yeah, I am loving that. If you've got the Angels, you're loving that too. And J.D. Davis comes out for the Houston Astros. Okay, kids, we've got a lot to go look up, so let's get ourselves transitioned over here to the Topps website. We got to go way back here to find our Bowman Chrome checklist because they've released so much stuff since then. So I've got to scroll for a minute. Here we go. Now we'll pull this up and check all this out. So let's just look up our base ones first. So that's going to be, well, two of them are the prospects. One of them, I mean, we know where these are going, but anyway, that's how we're going to do it. So let's get on it. Our Bowman Chrome prospects, we're looking for Micker Adolfo and Nick Allen in here, except we got to find the autograph variation, don't we? So I guess we do have to keep scrolling here for a hot second. That it? Yes, this is going to be it. Okay. So Micker Adolfo, where are you, Micker? Micker is right there. A White Sox. I did actually remember it probably for the first time ever. I always forget it. I mean, always. But he always has to tell me. Tonight, I think I finally remembered it. So, woohoo. And Nick Allen, of course, right above there for the A's, which someone had typed into chat for us already anyway. But there is that verified. Now we need to find, this one was a refractor parallel, but Jonathan, whose last name I cannot pronounce, is still in here anyway, for the Yankees, of course, and there he is as expected. We now are looking for a Chrome rookie autograph of J.D. Davis, which should be the Astros, but we got to get ourselves down here and find it, and there it is, J.D. Davis Astros. Then the Bowman Sterling continuity, I believe we have to scroll back up a little bit to hit that. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani is going to be an Angel, but let's scroll back up there and get him all nice and verified. And where are you? Right there. Shohei Ohtani, Angels. Ba-boom. Very nice. Okay, so let's recap our Bowman Chrome HTA here. And we are doing this very same break again on what? Well, not this very same break, clearly, because we've, already opened this box of cards. But another break of this same product we will be doing on Saturday night. So for those of you who might be so inclined to join us again, we'll be doing this exact same thing, HTA, again Saturday night. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. What a nice hit on the Bowman Sterling continuity. Micker Adolfo for the White Sox. Nick Allen for the A's. J.D. Davis for the Astros. And Jonathan, whose last name I cannot pronounce, for the Yankees. Those were our multiple redemptions. Then we had Riley Adams to 250 for the Blue Jays. The Tigers with Gregory Soto to 499. The Tigers with Franklin Perez. Charcer Burks for the Cubbies. Enyel De Los Santos for the Phillies. A blue Mojo to 150 for the Yankees. Chase Pender for the Cardinals. The Royals hit with a really nice Nicky Lopez orange parallel to 25. Then we have Graterol for the Minnesota Twins, blue parallel to 150. Willie Abreu first Bowman Atomic Refractor to 100 for the Rockies. The Orioles with Jake Ring. The A's with Logan Shore. Next up is the Red Sox. That is to 99, Daniel Gonzalez. Jordan Alvarez, first Bowman, nice hit for the Astros. For the Nationals, it's a green atomic to 99, Cole Freeman. The Dodgers, Carlos Rincon. Riley Adams for the Blue Jays. A blue mojo for the Twins to 150 with Baddoo. The Cincinnati Reds, Gavin Lavallee, refractor to 499. The Tigers with Gregory Soto. The Padres with Michael Baez. That is a gold shimmer first Bowman to 50. Tyler Freeman for the Cleveland Indians. There's Dietz for the Baltimore Orioles. The Cubbies have a gold parallel to 50 with Jose Albertos. The Yankees with Luis Medina. A green atomic to 99 for the Boston Red Sox with Antony Flores. For the Cubbies, it's Aramis Ademan. First Bowman for the Red Sox, it's Travis Lakins. For the Orioles, it's Dietz again on another first Bowman. There's a first Bowman Indians with Chang, signed in the native language, it would appear. That is numbered to 499. It's a refractor. And then the Angels with Jamie Barria, although they probably are looking at that going, yeah, we don't care because we hit Shohei Ohtani and that's what we wanted. that would be my guess anyway. All right, so those are our breaks for tonight. I am going to put up spreadsheet information here one more time for those of you who might want to see it again or you missed it earlier. Here is the 411. So coming up in the days ahead, tomorrow night is a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets. It's the back half of a case. We will also open the back half of a case of Flawless Basketball and a full case of Prism Football. Wednesday, we're going to start early, 9:30, and it will be a 9-box inner case of Topps Triple Threads Baseball, along with a half case of Donruss Basketball, keeping in mind that has been reconfigured. It is a jumbo these days. That half case is going to represent 1,500 cards. Youch. Thursday, we'll do a half case of Topps Heritage High Number. That is the last of the Heritage High Number, so it's the back part of a case, and it will finish us up with Heritage for 2018. On Friday night, we'll do Gold Rush Gem Mint Series 2 football. It's a 12-pack, whatever you want to call it. It's 12 packs in a box, but also a box is a case. So some people are going to call it a box. Some people are going to call it a case. I just called it both. We'll also do a 3-box case of Leaf Autograph full-size football helmets, another case of Topps Triple Threads Baseball, and another half case of Donruss Basketball. On Saturday, we'll do a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys. That's the back half of the case. We'll do more Bowman Chrome HTA. Woot! And then we're also going to do a 10-box case of Chronicles Basketball, 2017-18 Chronicles Basketball. So it's going to be one of your few chances remaining to do a case break with 2017-18 in that crazy rookie class. On Sunday, we're going to start at 9:15. It is 3 boxes of Gold Rush Series 2 autograph basketball jerseys. It's the back half of a case. And then a full case of Donruss Basketball. That'll be a 3,000 card break. Whoo-wee, it's going to be a long one. But you know what? On that one, Veteran Base is not scheduled to ship, okay? So everything else will ship to the teams as normal. So if you've autographs, relics, numbered cards, short prints, inserts, anything that is marked with, the RC for rookie card, all that stuff will ship to the teams as normal. But Veteran Base will not ship in that full case break. It has its own bidding spot. So if you want the Veteran Base in that, jump into that spot. Otherwise, the half case breaks that I talked about for Wednesday and Friday, those will have all cards shipping, including Veteran Base. All right, last but not least, here's the shipping information. So for the free shipping break, which is Leaf Best of Baseball, projecting out on Monday. I always project the free shipping stuff out about a week after the break, although often I'm able to get it out to you sooner than that. Our paid shipping break tonight, that is the Bowman Chrome, and I'm anticipating that to get out the door on or before Saturday. Of course, anytime I can get something out to you faster than the projected date, I certainly will do so, and if something weird were to happen in the week, were to go off the rails, something could always slide a day later as well, but I try not to have that happen. Sometimes it does, though. Finally, if your team was not pulled and you didn't hit anything in your break tonight, not a single card of any sort, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year and any series. If you were in the free shipping break, I normally will just hold on to those and I'll send any that you're due the next time you have a package shipping. But if you want it sent sooner, send me a message, let me know, and I'll be happy to do so. And of course, in the paid shipping break, if you were to get skunked in there, any consolation cards that you are due are going to ship out to you with the rest of the break because it's a paid shipping break, right? So no reason to wait on that one. So I think that's everything we need to cover tonight. And we're done kind of early tonight, right? Not too bad, not too shabby. So once again, thank you everyone for joining me. I very much appreciate you taking part in the breaks. I hope I'll see you again, if not tomorrow night, sometime soon. I hope you have a good week ahead as well. And don't forget to vote tomorrow. Tomorrow's election day. Don't forget to vote. I'm just going to be glad when all the political ads are off the air. They make me crazy. Latchman, I have not forgotten about you, but I do not yet have a quantity for you. I still have to locate those boxes so that I can tell you what I have. Believe me, I have not forgotten about you, sir. I absolutely 100% promise you those boxes of Inception Baseball will not go anywhere until I have discussed with you what I found. I absolutely give you my word they will not. I'm not doing it fast enough for you, I know, but you know, that's, I don't normally do the single box sales and stuff like that, so I don't have it organized in a way where I can easily lay my hands on it and tell you exactly what I have, but for sure I have not forgotten about you. I've got the messages there in Gmail, so I can reply to that when I do manage to run those down for you, and I will find them. I've found all kinds of other stuff, but I have not found those yet. But I'm sure they'll turn up before too long. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you once again, everyone. I appreciate you. We'll see you the next time. Bye now.